in the place to be with me. It's the one and only Ruste Juxx. There he is.
What up? It's good.
He's in the building, y'all.
Absolutely, man.
My man Juxx. But first I want to ask you, man, I want to go back. Though I know you, but we're talking to the audience now. Let's go back to you're cut from a cloth,
right,
from another family of hip hop.
Yeah.
What drawn that family? You could tell the story, who the family is, but what drawn that family to you that you became someone in that family in hip hop?
Right.
Like he's a diamond in the rough.
All right. Let me say this. Let me say this real quick before I say that. Right.
Mm-hmm.
When I've been listening to hip hop since I was like 4 or 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been a big fan since you know what I mean, forever. My Uncle Ray, right? Rest in peace, my Uncle Ray. He's the one that inspired me to rap. He was one of the dopest MCs ever. You know what I mean? In 1990, he came to live with us. When he came home, he had thousands of books of rhymes, and he, you know, he used to tape songs off the radio. And one of the tapes that he gave me, I was holding like it was gold. You know what I mean? And on that tape, it had Cracked Out,
wow, Masters of Ceremony,
mad joints, and one of the joints was Go Stessa. You know,
wow.
What I mean? So I've been a big fan of Stessa Sonic, man. That Brooklyn joint, it was, you know what I mean? I gotta give it up, man. Stessa Sonic, like it was one of my first. I fell in love with hip hop listening to that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Listening to y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now fast forward all the way to I think what about 96, 96 or 97. I had a manager named Errol Mack. That's my brother still for life. You know what I mean? He's family with Rock. And when I first started dealing with him, you know, I was doing my thing, like doing shows and opening up and putting out singles and you know, shit like that.
Right.
He was like, you know, he never told me that he was, you know, Rock was his cousin or whatever. But then later he was like, yo, you know what? I know Heltah Skeltah, and they working on their second album. And I want to see if I could introduce you to them. Maybe you could do a joint with them or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, hell yeah, because I've been a big fan of Boot Camp since they started. Like, when Buckshot came out, I didn't buy the tape. I ain't had the money to buy the music, but I had it on the tape, like a TDK, an all black tape, and it was the Black Moon. And I was like, yo, this is crazy, man. Like, so I was there from listening to Black Moon to Smith & Wesson to Heltah Skeltah. So when he came to me with that and was like, yo, you know, I want to introduce you to Heltah Skeltah, I was like, hell yeah. So one day he brought Sean Price,
right, rest in peace,
through Kingston Ave, my big bro, you know what I mean? And he came through. This is when he had cut his dreads already.
Right.
And you know, he was just on the passenger side with his foot out the window and shit. I was like, yo, this cat, he's a character already. And you know, I spit for him. And it was a rap after that. You know, I started going to Brownsville. I was riding my bike.
Right, Brownsville.
Brownsville was like right down the hill. I used to take St. John's. I ride all the way down, and I went up, you know, Mother Gaston.
Right.
I started going to Cephalo Projects, you know, just chilling with them, you know, vibing out. Then they was working in a studio. I forget the name of it, 78, 88, something like that in Queens. And they had it booked for like, you know, 12 to 12 all the time. And this is the first time. Like, I was in studios and, you know, home studios and real studios, but I never was around artists that actually had record deals.
Right.
And, you know, that had music out and a fan base, you know what I mean? So I was just amazed, like, sitting in there in the studio with them, working, you know, while they was working.
I guess what people want to know, because, you know, the story everybody here is that Sean P was like, you know, that was like he was like your mentor.
Because that's how, exactly, right. Man. Like, I went on my first tour with Sean.
Right.
You know what I mean? Sean took me on my first tour. Where I think the first one was with Ed O.G. and my man Jason and Slain.
Right.
They was called Special Teams. They was doing a joint like that. And you know, he took me, you know, I got my first record deal. I mean, well, I had a record deal before that didn't work out. I can't say my first one.
Right.
But the first time I got paid to put a song out was with Sean P. You know what I mean? I had a song called Live the Life. I had already recorded it. And he brought it to Drew High and Duck Down. And they paid me, I think they gave me like $1,500 to put it on. It was that they had a compilation album called Duck Down Presents.
Right, yep.
And that shit set it off, man. And I had recorded it already, But we did it again, and this is the first time I ever recorded in D&D studio.
Right.
So I was in there like, yo, I'm seeing Primo, Kid Capri walking through, and I remember because I did it on my I think it was my 20th birthday, and I re-recorded it. And Sean got on the beginning, and he'd be like, and he just did the intro, like, ladies and gentlemen,
right.
I present to you live from Kingston Ave, Ruste Juxx, my bro, and it was crazy. Then at the end, he said something.
Right.
You know what I mean? He just was, being funny with it, like, and he put the stamp on it, man. And that's what, I started getting my fan base through Duck Down's fan base.
Right,
you know
right,
what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? I owe a lot to him, man. He took me all over the world because I always felt I was a dope MC, but my stage show wasn't sharp. I wasn't, I performed, but it was like I learned how to perform and interact with the crowd by performing with Sean P.
Right,
you know
right.
what I mean? So I'll be forever thankful for that shit.
Did you find yourself like wondering what's gonna happen with Ruste at this particular point?
Nah, because I was always Ruste Juxx, no matter what. Like I was always doing, if I wasn't collaborating with them on with Duck Down music, I was always putting out my own music,
right.
all the time. You know what I mean? I was building my fan base because I had singles out in Beat Street and Fat Beats. I had vinyls, and I was always doing my thing.
Right.
So that wasn't nothing. It was just continuing on and carrying that torch when he was gone, and just going harder.
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
The good thing, and again, everybody that's watching, I'm talking to him because I know the answer. I don't want this interview to be like, yeah, I know, and I really want him to tell his story. Yeah. The thing that I know watching you, because back then when I was doing my video show and I had Ruste on the show plenty of times back then, I used to rock his video though, like religiously. But the thing that I like about you speaking about having vinyl and Fat Beats and all that.
Nah, I never felt like that, Bobby. Never. Like I've been doing this forever, man, and I always feel like I get my just due because I see all the fans all the time. People before the internet, people been, I had people riding with me from a neighborhood to, to all over New York, man, and it's always been the same, man. Like you get what you put in, man, and I'm always putting in a lot of work, and it took time to build. You know what I'm saying? And I never say, I wish this would have happened years ago, and everything is timing. You know what I mean? So, I had those deals before Duck Down and they didn't work out, but everything was a plan. You know what I mean? When I dropped my first official album, which was called Sean Price Presents Ruste Juxx Indestructible. Right. That was my stepping stool. You know what I mean? When I put that out, boom, I forget, I think it was like 14, 15 songs on the album, and it was all different. You know what I mean? All different. I mean, Buckshot came to me and was like, he's like, yo, you ready to do an album? I was like, yeah, hell yeah. And so this was like the MySpace days. Right. So I got on MySpace, and I was telling all my fans, like, yo, send me beats. And people were sending me beats from Switzerland, from Africa, from, you know what I mean, all over. PF Cutting. Shout out to my bro, PF Cutting. Black Milk.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off. We got Law in the building. Law said, I'm on that album, Planet 12.
Right. Yo, shout out to my brother Law, Planet 12.
Everybody follow Ruste Juxx, man, on his IG.
My fan page is Ruste Juxx.
Okay. Because I follow you, and I was like, yo, Juxx, he got his, what I want to call it. We don't want to call it the Oprah. We want to call it the damn calling anything. It's the Juxx of the day. What you got to say?
Right.
So Juxx was, walking his dog. And he said, yo, can I say Juxx?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Juxx said, yo, my wife was talking to these girls, and these girls was trying to tell her, I'm not gonna take care of my man. And I said, it's like, really, Juxx? They coming at your wife like that with that nonsense? I mean,
she said it was like 5 of them, and they always looking at her like she crazy, like you cook for them, you clean the house, and then you doing this and that. Like, what? I'll be damned.
What are these? Like, what are they? Hood roaches? What are they?
Yo, do you like men?
Right.
And this goes for guys too, man. Like, it's not, a dude could never tell me, like, yo, you lame for taking care of your family and doing all of this and that and that. Like, come on, that sound crazy. I mean, this is what we here to do, man. Like, I really love my wife. Like, I mean, and she loved me, so I take care of her. She take care of me. That's how it's supposed to go. How is that sounding foreign to you? Like, they don't understand. But you know what it is? And we laughing, man, but it's really serious, man. It goes on from generation to generation. And this was all by design, Bobby. Like I'm telling you, man, this is all by design. The powers that be, they put everything like this, man. You know, they wanted the woman to be the black woman to be separate from the black man. So we will always be going at it. That's why when you go on the internet, you see everybody, you know, all these gender wars and, you know what I mean? It's just it's tiring. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't believe that all women is hoes, all women is gold diggers.
Right,
and you
exactly.
can't believe that all men is hoes or, you know what I mean, they players or whatever. You know what I mean? It's not like that. It's the people that you pick. This is who you pick.
Yep.
Like, if they can sit here and say, yo, I ain't never had a good man, and because you don't, it's either you can't attract a good man or you just don't know how to pick a good man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
ladies and gentlemen, Ruste Juxx is about to embark on a Europe tour coming up. Tell us about this, because I got my man Mikey Red Venom. He's in the building too, out there and overseas as well. They watch, they tap in right now. Tell us about this tour you got coming up overseas.
All right, so the tour started from Full Blast Entertainment. I did a lot of shows with them, and so they booked me for I think 4 shows in the UK from London to Bristol to Bournemouth. How you say it? Portsmouth. I forgot how you say it. I'm sorry if I'm messing it up. But it started with those 4 shows, and then I started making. This is how I get all my money too. I get on internet. I tell them, yo, I'm touring already. I'm gonna be in Europe. Promoters hit me up, you know what I mean? Let's fill this whole month of March up, you know what I'm saying? So then I started getting offers from all different type of cats. So now I got Romania, I got Moldova, I'm in Prague, Brno, Wales, I'm in Munster, Germany.
Wow.
Just all over, you know what I mean? So I just built the whole tour around the first 4 shows that I had, you know what I'm saying? To keep it moving. And, I've been to some of those places I haven't been, some of them places I've been already. You know what I mean? So I've had my fan base in Europe already. You know what I mean? I toured all over, like Switzerland, Italy, France, Germany, Austria, you know what I mean? So Japan, you know what I mean? That's not in Europe, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean? So I just made my moves and because I'm like, I don't want to just go out there for them 4.
Of course.
So once I'm out there,
you want to change,
and I'm setting up the features too.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I got joints with cats. What year was it? 2017. I put out an album called Indestructible, right? Because I'm always doing songs with cats from all over the world. So I said, yo, you know what? I'm gonna do an album featuring the artists that I've done that I either done songs with or people that want to do songs with me. And it was called Indestructible Juxx. And I got a song with, it's me. A cat from Germany and another cat from Italy. Another song with a rapper from Senegal and a rapper from Nigeria. You know what I mean? Just like all over, and they rapping in their own language.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I made money off that. I shot my part here. They shot their part there. You know what I mean? One cat from DR, and it worked. You know what I mean? It was crazy. So I gotta capitalize off of that, man. So everybody got their shine. You know what I mean? All the artists, they like, yo, I'm on Ruste Juxx album on number 17, and you know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy, man. I just love doing hip hop, man. And this shit is universal, man. So that's why I'm gonna keep it at.
Real quick, man, let's talk about the new project, man, because we know that's in the works and you get ready to do your thing,
man. I got a few projects, man. I got one album. Me and my man Skanks the Rap Martyr, that's my brother from Crown Heights. We got an album together.
Right.
Fully produced by my man UG from the Cellar Dwellers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's called Blade. It's called Spawn and Blade. You know what I mean? The 2 black comic book heroes. And shit, you know what I mean? And I got another album. Me and Rock got an album called Crownsville.
I heard you talk about that. Right, exactly.
Word, Brownsville, Crown Heights. It's called Crownsville, and that's fucking sick, man. We mix and mastering it. It's gonna come out on Duck Down. I got like 6-7 projects done, man. Like EPs. I got another one with my man Black Silver from the West Coast. There's just a whole bunch of projects, man. Just ready to go, man. So probably look for my joints like springtime, summertime.
Well, look, listen, man. So everybody go to matter of fact, hit all your information right now to people where they can follow you for those who's not following you.
On Twitter, it's Ruste Juxx 357. On Facebook, it's Ruste Juxx. Instagram is Rusty__Juxx. You know what I mean? Or you just go to go to YouTube, and it's what the hell is my YouTube, man? Ruste Juxx TV.
We out the building. I just wanted to come up real quick one last time. Just thank everybody for tuning in. Thanks for showing love to Ruste Juxx. So I just wanted to come up one last time and just give a thanks to everybody. And once again, I definitely wanted to say, I want to make sure that I continue to pay tribute to my girl Marley. May she continue to rest in peace. We'll have more information when the service and everything is going to be. But I just wanted to come up because she was, like I said, she was my biggest cheerleader, and it don't make no sense for me to do this show and just act like, I'm not going to show her no love. Been showing her love since day one. So appreciate it very much.